Hey guys, what's up? I did a video 3, 4, 5 months ago maybe, and it was a negativity time capsule, and I had wanted to capture just how bad everybody's attitudes were, their attitudes towards the market, towards the ability to make money in that market, towards the products themselves, towards everything. And today I wanted to follow that up with, I guess, what we might kind of say is a positivity time capsule, and just take a snapshot of how good things are right now. And so I just want to talk today about how much I've loved this bear market. It has been amazing. You know, we had 2020 in the second half of the year. We had Zendikar Rising, and that was really the last set, the last standard set for a while that people got really positive about. And then we went into Kaldheim, Strixhaven, AFR, Midnight Hunt, Crimson Vow, and basically 5 standard sets in a row. People just crapped all over, terrible attitudes. And for most of those, the prices reflected it for most of their life, whether it was draft or set or collector boxes. And then we got into 2022, and we had this brief bright spot of Kamigawa. Somehow WotC managed to not screw up distribution of that product. The prices have pretty well held the line throughout the life of it. The set boxes have generally been in the 115 to 125 range on TCG Player. You know, there haven't been tons of really great deals. I looked back, and even when I bought mine on a bonus buck sale, I paid 108, which is kind of high for a standard set box in the last 18 months. And so after Kamigawa, we had Streets of New Capenna, and you know, all that built up negativity from, say, Kaldheim through Streets of New Capenna, it just kind of burst the dam when the Baldur's Gate rug pull came. And you know, the big problem with Baldur's Gate is not the set itself, the cards. That's not the big problem. The big problem was the absolutely boneheaded engineering of the contents of the different types of booster packs. It was just awful. And then they sold it at that half premium price that's in between standard pricing and master product pricing. They sold it at that half level that they put products at sometimes. And it was just terrible because of that. And it just bombed out, and everybody, well, they felt rightfully betrayed in some ways. A bunch of the best commander cards had been taken out of the set and moved to Double Masters 2022, like Mana Drain. And the high prices, the poor engineering of the packs, and then pulling out the best commander cards, everybody just got so negative. And that was just kind of the tidal wave that started the true financial bear market in Magic, at least. And other TCGs were struggling, of course. In the later half of 2021, Pokemon USA flooded 6 expansions worth of reprints onto the market literally in one day and nuked the whole Pokemon market. Flesh and Blood in early 2022 released the Monarch First Edition print run numbers, and that chased off investors from there. And so you basically had Magic, Flesh and Blood, and Pokemon. By the time we got around to about May of 22, all 3 of them were in the dumps, price-wise. They were doing pretty badly. Now, yes, there were bright spots like Evolving Skies. Okay. But in general, even Pokemon was doing much worse than it historically should have been doing. And so this attitude of, man, everything's printed to oblivion, it's just terrible, all the products are awful, and it's all going to zero, and everybody got so bearish and negative. And you know what that did? It led to round after round after round of capitulation. Capitulation by card stores, capitulation by short-term investors, capitulation by people who had no business investing in this in the first place because they didn't actually like doing it. They thought it was just free money. And capitulation after capitulation after capitulation, WotC stabbing card stores in the back, WotC undercutting not just card stores via Amazon, but distributors via Amazon. All of these terrible, terrible things that happened. And you know what it did for people who were patient investors, who understood that you make the most money when you reach out and you catch that falling knife? They were able to clean up. They bought products essentially for nearly the last year, almost always below wholesale cost. And I was having a conversation with a patron a little while back, and it actually got me to go back and look at my records, and yeah, probably 70% of all the money I've spent on TCG investing in the last year was on products below wholesale costs. That's not a healthy market, but man, it's great. It's been awesome. And, we've had all kinds of other opportunities. I've been buying for the last 5 months Pokemon Sword and Shield booster packs via collections, V-boxes, and bundles, and Costco tins, and everything. Man, I've gotten 9 booster boxes of Evolving Skies, 9 booster boxes of Brilliant Stars, tons and tons of boxes, another probably 15 or 20 booster boxes worth of Vivid Voltage and Darkness Ablaze and Chilling Reign and Fusion Strike. And my average cost is $3.03 per booster pack. That's what, $110 per booster box. Almost 30 booster boxes. But it's because the market has been in such an unhealthy, bearish state. Everybody's been so negative. People have not wanted to buy when these amazing deals stare them right in the face and say, these are the true free tendies. You must only wait to grasp them. Reach out now, hold, and in time they will be yours. And so people who have the patience to stay in the market, who have the attitude to not get negative because prices are temporarily down, and they know that the prices will cyclically come back just like they always do, those people reached out and they bought like crazy over the last year. Modern Horizons 2, it's 20 months old now, something like that. People have thoroughly lost interest. The enemy fetch land single prices in the secondary market are they all under $20 now? And so even Scalding Tarn. So, there's no interest in the boxes. People aren't cracking them as much. And what's the result? Well, they're cheap. They're riding the line at wholesale break even for dealers to sell them on places like TCG Player and eBay. But, you combine that with a bonus buck sale, and you start doing things like picking up Modern Horizons 2 set boxes at $190, draft boxes at $155? How could you pass that up? How could anybody ever get so negative that they thought things like that were bad deals? Things like Time Spiral Remastered draft boxes at $220, double feature at $140. The deals this last year have just been amazing. Collector boxes of unloved sets. For months, I told people, buy Strixhaven when it was bouncing around $195 to $205, and now here it is, $245 in the last couple of weeks. It's predictable, guys. And, the short-term thinkers and the people who focus on negativity, instead of focusing on the fact that the future is always bullish, cyclical markets always cycle back up, those people, they lost big during the bear market. And it definitely looks like the market's firming. I really don't think it has any further to fall. Parts of it have already moved up. A lot of Flesh and Blood has moved up. Things I was begging people to buy last year at much cheaper prices have moved up. Some things have doubled. Crucible of War Unlimited boxes have doubled in the last 3 months. And so Pokemon prices have recovered nicely because for some baffling reason it seems Pokemon doesn't want to print anything right now. Hopefully a good explanation will come along eventually. And even a lot of Magic products are turning upwards now. And you know what? The rest will turn upwards in the months to come. Even things like Crimson Vow, Midnight Hunt. Yes, Crimson Vow draft boxes. One day they'll cross 100. One day they'll cross 120. And the great thing about being in the investing of a collectible, especially a collectible with a limited production life, is that you can have these effects where, well, they just didn't print as much because everyone was so negative on Crimson Vow draft boxes the entire lifespan of the box that maybe it only had 1, maybe 2 printings, who knew? And so in the future, there will be a lot less of it in existence, and it could actually perform better than some other things that were more popular in their own lifetime. And a lot of people are going to miss out because of that negativity. Many months ago, I put a poll up on the community tab on my YouTube channel, and it was, have you bought any Crimson Vow to put back in the closet for the long term? And it was over 60% of respondents said, oh no, no way. And it's that kind of negativity that causes people to miss out. It's allowing the price to drive your sentiment. It's the straight line fallacy erroneously telling you that because something is down, it's going to continue down forever, and it's not looking far enough out on the timeline to see the cyclicality of the market and understand that it's going to come back up. This bear market has been great, man. The kind of things I bought, the incredible discounts, and just all the opportunity to realize gains on it as we move into a bull market sometime down the road. Yeah, maybe it'll be 3, 6, 9 more months before we're firmly in a bull market. We may sit around here, and really what we kind of expect to happen is increasingly over time, little bits of the market will all independently start moving up, and there will still be some laggards hanging on, and eventually they'll all get pulled up with the rest of the market, and that's what we're seeing already. But one day we'll be in a bull market, and everybody who patiently continued to buy all through the bear market will be very happy with their decisions to have done so. So keep that in mind, and hopefully, if you're seeing this video years in the future when we're entering the next bear market, I'll dig this video up and share it with people, and hopefully it might convince you that when the knife is falling, the best move is to reach out and grab it, because that's how you make the most money, whether it's in TCG investing, whether it's in cyclical commodities in the stock market, anything. That's the best way, because ultimately the world is not going to end, and if it did, you wouldn't care. So you better just keep investing, especially when people want to sell you valuable assets at a discount. That's all I've got for today, guys. It's been a great time, and man, I'm looking forward to keeping it up as we see what the market does over the next 3, 6, 9 months. And boy, thanks a lot, everyone, especially my patrons. I love you all. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Join me on Funnel Trade. Join the Patreon.